One we live. It's your boy Bama in the building, man. What's good, gang? How you living, brother?
Man, I'm blessed to be here, man. What's going on with you?
Nothing much, man. I can't call it, Sunday evening in the D-Town. We D-Town living, you know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
So, man, Bama, what the hell that mean, bro? Let me know what's up, man. Where we going?
Man, well, anybody who know me, man, they know I'm actually from Alabama with a tie roll. But I'm actually from Tuscaloosa, you know what I'm saying? Alabama, so Bama, that's one thing. My last name is actually White, so Bama White, there you go. That's not the story. That's not how I actually came up with that. I had a million rap names before I called myself Bama White. It was Lil AK, Kid Khalil, Shotty Skrilla, Ayo Kid. If you know, that's crazy. If you know, you know. But after Ayo, the reason why I changed it from Ayo is because at that point in time I was living in Atlanta. Ayo and Teo came out with the Rolly track. I had to change my name. I had a revelation or an epiphany while I was eating some wings in California one day. I was eating some wings, dog. I went to this bar called the Happy Viking with my cousin. And I looked at the menu and it said Alabama White Wings. And I'm like, I ain't never heard of no Alabama White Wings ever. Give me them. Man, they came out and they were just some big wings just glazed in white barbecue sauce. And I couldn't believe it because it's like I ain't never seen white barbecue sauce. You know what I'm saying? And true enough, it was white barbecue sauce. And while I was eating them, I was like, Bama White, Bama. Yeah. I was Bama White. That's it. Boom. And then what's crazy is when I came up with that, is I was already living in Dallas. In the first year that I was living in Dallas, I didn't go outside. I didn't do nothing. I wasn't really on the scene like that. So everything was still under AO. Like that was still the brand. You feel what I'm saying? And then after I made that trip to California and I came back, while I was I remember, I think I was sitting at the airport. While I was at the airport finna get ready to come back, I changed all my social medias and everything to Bama White Sauce right then and there, you know what I'm saying? And that was it. Now, you know what? I changed it to AO Bama White, maybe. And then, cause I was still playing off my old name, AO, still trying to, and then I think my page had got hacked. And then that's when I went to Bama White Sauce. But at that point, I pretty much changed everything to Bama White.
Okay. Well, speaking of Bama, my just to relate it, man. My daddy a big Alabama fan. Shout out to them Crimson Tide boys. They do their thing. But so I know you just briefed me that you're from Tuscaloosa, right? And I said it right. Okay, from Tuscaloosa, moved to Atlanta, and now in Dallas. Right. So can you speak a little bit about that transition and how that brought you to doing music, or where has it brought you as far as your place here in Dallas, and just give us a little storyline on that, man, if you don't mind.
Well, after leaving school in Atlanta, went to the Art Institute. After leaving there, I initially came to Dallas. For love. You know what I'm saying? I initially came here for a woman. Didn't work out, but life goes on, right? You know what I'm saying? And we still make things happen at the end of the day. But beyond that is when I came to Dallas, it was crazy because a lot of my partners was like, why would you leave Atlanta and go to Dallas when it came to doing music? Right. You know what I'm saying? And my thing is that although I always wanted to do music, I understand, even though I always wanted to do music, I knew that my purpose was bigger than doing music, right? I feel like music is just the vessel or the vehicle that gets me to where I'm trying to go, right? Like it opened the door for everything. So, and then also too, at that point I was broke, you know what I'm saying? Shit, I'm broke as fuck. I don't want to stay somewhere where I'm broke as fuck. I can get up somewhere and go find better opportunities where I feel like are better opportunities, right? Another thing too is like, if I'm a new face in a new place, that gives me the opportunity to take advantage. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing that I thought. And not only that, living in Atlanta, learned everything that I learned, and coming to a place like Dallas, I realized that Dallas is, I ain't gonna say they behind, right? But I'm gonna say that
I would agree a little bit, no offense.
Yeah. We're not gonna say behind, you feel what I'm saying? Because I love Dallas, but it's just some things like I picked up on in Atlanta that a lot of cats aren't hip to out here, and it's like wow, you know? And so then to me, it kind of put me in a position where I was like, hey, like, even though I do music, I'm still, my biggest thing is I want to help a lot of artists, because a lot of artists in Atlanta help each other. And that's kind of how they end up blowing up, you know, and building a buzz, because a lot of artists out there in Atlanta help each other. And I just want to see Dallas do the same thing. So, yeah, since I've been here and, you know, kind of making my name, it's kind of been like my mission to kind of really just help independent artists get it together.
Well, look, man, I think you're doing a great thing at that, you know, just because, like, when I met you a couple nights ago, you Music Live showcase, man, you did your thing, man. I thought that was a great performance, bro. And, you know, you could tell a lot about a person, you know, when you see performances. Obviously, like, actions say everything, bro. You know what I'm saying? And just rapping to you after that performance, you spoke on, like you said, just helping artists and how you platform your stage to really just help others. Right. And you introduced the Rap or Die situation to me. Can you talk a little bit, tell us a little bit more about that, what that's about?
Hell yeah. So Rap or Die, man, it's basically like I wanted to create a situation to where like artists can actually compete, but compete with their music, right? It's 5v5 battle. Well, it ain't always 5v5. It can be a lot of different situations, but it's basically like battlegrounds for independent artists, right? Where you bring your music and we have a judges panel, and the judges really get to decide like who's the better performer. It's not based on popularity or anything like that. Like, it's actually based on like how you rocking on stage, your presentation, your vocals, your authenticity, your crowd interaction, you know, and different things like that. And it's a league, so it's just like a sports league. It's just like the NBA or the NFL. Yeah. You know, you got to be official. You got to have your stuff together.
Come to the draft day, you know.
Yeah, you got to, you know, come to draft day, do media day. Yeah. If you're a solo artist, you can be drafted to a team, or, you know, you might be able to participate in one-off events, because we got 5v5s. But then on November 16th, we are doing the first female, should I say FemC, free fall. Where 6 females all for themselves, you know what I'm saying, going head to head, and then they're going to close it out with a cypher, you know what I'm saying, something that y'all ain't never seen, you know, and it's like creating that buzz and actually bringing artists together and putting them on a platform and working together, like that's the biggest thing right there. So, and then along with that, right after that, on the 20th, you know, and I guess I shouldn't be throwing out dates for time.
Well, I was about to ask you, how can artists get signed up? Like, if you know, prospective artists looking to join it, how can they tap in? Like,
so they can just go to Rap or Die League on Instagram. Just go to Rap or Die League on Instagram, and there's a button on there that you can click and just says sign up. They can submit that way. If you follow me, Bama White Sauce, on Facebook or Instagram, there's a registration link posted all over my Facebook. But any other questions or inquiries, you can always just hit up rapordieLeague@gmail.com or Rap or Die League on Instagram.
But anyway, so like, for somebody that don't know, you know, what would you say your style is, or what's your go-to style? And then, you know, what advice would you give somebody that don't even do music, you know, as far as like finding their way with what fits them or what's their lane, you know what I'm saying? Like, where they feel the most comfortable. What would you give them?
For me, man, first to describe my sound, man, I'm not going to say that I really have a sound, because me personally, I like to experiment with different things. You know, I know a lot of artists, they just kind of stay in I guess you say stay in their lane. Me, I don't feel like I have a lane. I feel like I have an entire highway. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got so many different lanes that I can switch into, because it's all me. I'm just, you know, creating different sounds, right? And sounds are instruments at the end of the day. Which your voice is an instrument. So I'm just using my instrument to make different sounds. That's how I kind of look at it. And two, I like music from different places, right? Like, I like music from the South because I'm from the South. But I love West Coast music. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But you know, I love West Coast music too. Like I love like the bass in their music. I like the funk. I like how it ride. But then at the same time, I can appreciate new music from the East Coast, like up north, New York, boom bap. You know what I'm saying? And cats rap like that. I can appreciate that at the same time. So with me, and I can also appreciate other music like from overseas, like pop, techno, even Afro beat. But then even then, I feel like all those things kind of still originate maybe from hip hop in a piece and somewhat. So I always, when I get in the studio, I try to experiment with different sounds. And also too, like I stay true to my rap roots. I grew up on listening to Wayne, and I saw how Wayne killed everybody track in the game. You know
like
what I'm saying?
100-something features like a year. Like this used to be crazy.
Right, yeah. No more, bro. And beyond that, with the mixtapes where he was jacking everybody beats, I feel like that's like going to the gym. You know what I'm saying? That's how you keep your reps up. That's how you keep your bars intact. That's how you stay on point. You know what I'm saying? So I still do the same thing. Like I jack niggas beats and just drop freestyles on YouTube. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? It ain't about making money for me. It's the sport. It's the art. Like, you know. And you use that to stay relevant while you working on your singles, you know, and I guess this goes into giving advice to artists. Okay. Yeah, I would say this now, just for me, you don't have to do this, right? But use that to keep your buzz around, right? Because people want to see that you're doing something, and it's like, okay. And it's just speaking from a artist standpoint of a person who just genuinely enjoy making music. Like if you don't genuinely enjoy making music, you ain't gonna get this. You're not gonna agree with this. You're gonna say, nah, this is stupid. Sure. Right? You know what I'm saying? Sure. But for me personally, it's like, hey, I'm going in the studio every time I make a song, an original track off somebody else's beat, I'm gonna drop a freestyle and jack somebody else's beat. 1 and 1. That way I know I got both of them. So while I got these songs stockpiling over here, I got freestyles that I can use in any situation.
Facts. Trapping it out for real. Exactly. Now, so speaking on that, man, you could talk to us about the single, man. Kyrie Irving, right? Single we, dropping on the platform soon. How long it's been out, and what was the storyline behind creating that project?
So Kyrie Irving, man, I can tell you I was definitely high when I wrote that song. That's the only thing I can think of. I was definitely high when I wrote that shit. But I can't remember. I'm sure I was probably sitting there playing 2K at the same time. You know what I'm saying? And the way my setup was, my desk was, I had my studio shit right here with my computer and shit right here and this. And like the desk is like an L-shaped desk like this. I'm sitting right here, have my computer and my mic set up right here. Then I have my gaming set up right here. So I can just rotate between my gaming setup to the studio. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's how, for real, that's how I was working. So I'll be up probably playing the game, probably playing 2K, shuffling through beats. And I'm sure I came across that beat and I played point guard. If you play 2K, you know what I'm saying, if you play my career, you know what I'm saying, all that, I always made a point guard. I played point guard playing basketball growing up, so I always played point. So Kyrie played point, I was like, okay, so I'm smoking, listening to the beat, boom. See, I'm the prospect that they overlook. Agent on the line said they calling, but I'm overbooked. So, it's like, trying to make it, just keeping it within the same realm. Because if you make music or if you're a sports athlete or whatever, see, I'm the prospect that they overlook. The agent on the line said they calling, but I'm overbooked. You know what I'm saying? Triple threat, size them up. Hezzy got him shook. Dribble driving through the lane. Know that's game you getting took. You know what I'm saying? So if you play basketball or 2K, you already locked in on this shit. Nah, that shit right. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You got baller, you defending, is you in it? Cause I'm winning. I've been lit since the beginning. Baller since the tip off. Is you working? Is you serving? I go hard like this on purpose. I'm on point like Kyrie Irving. You know what I'm saying? So, using I guess what they call a name flip.
No,
right?
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Using that.
But let me know when you want to run that 2K, cause I'll bust your ass. I'm just letting you know.
Man, listen. Just say, listen though, I'm gonna say this. I'm just gonna say this. I have not played 2K in a long time because I ain't got no system right now. So I might be a little rusty on 2K, but you know what I'm saying. But I do play 2K now. Call of Duty, I'm true.
No, for sure.
Ain't no system I can't get down on no Call of Duty on. But that's how I came up with Kyrie Irving, and then the verse. I didn't write it. I think I wrote maybe like the first 4 bars, and then after that I just kind of freestyle the rest. Obviously not just freestyle and ran through. At some point I picked up, but you know, just kind of just thought of it off the dome and went.
So I want to ask you, man, what motivates you to do music or, you know, sustain your platform? Like, what's the driving factor behind it? Like, what engines you, you know, to wake up every day and be Bama?
Man, I don't know, man. I think it's just I don't even know the word.
Would you say it's like self-infliction? Is it like, you know, something personal happened in your childhood, or just, I don't know, you know, like, is it a goal that you just always wanted to attain? It's a reason why you just eager about chasing that dream? You know, like, just, what's your reason?
Man, to me, I just wanted to like just prove to like people that I could just not even prove to people, because prove it to myself, really, just being from where I'm from and football, man. So it's kind of like, and there's so much of a big world out there. And my biggest thing is like, I just want to continue to explore the world, and I want to continue to create at the same time, because no matter what, as long as you remain creative, you'll always have something to do, right? And I tell you this, 4 laws that I go by: the law of awareness, the law of balance, the law of clarity, and the law of creativity. As long as you have awareness, balance, clarity, and creativity, you'll always know where you're headed. Just like that. In anything that you're doing, as long as you have those 4 degrees, you'll never lose. And so with me doing all these different things, it's like, I know that one day something that I create is going to be major. You know what I'm saying? Like, when the inventor is inventing things, he don't necessarily know what's going to be major or not. He just know that he's trying to invent something that's going to help people or that's going to serve people. And I know that as much as that I create, one day something that I create is going to help people on such a massive scale that it's going to make such a major impact. It's going to not only change my life, but it's going to change the people's lives around me and those people and their own. And once we change the people's lives around us, then we start to change generations. Once we change generations, then we can change the world.
Okay, brother Bama. But anyway, so like I said, man, good energy today, man. Like I said, great performance the other day. It's a lot of great things I know we're expecting from you. I want to kind of pivot because it just kind of is in my face, and I'm big on this stuff. Like, I'm really big into fashion and clothing and pieces and shit like that. I support a lot of brands. I got a lot of people that's tapped in with me personally. I do a lot of like ambassadors. So I see Scoochie. I'm just curious to know, like, is that a local clothing brand? Is it a skateboard group? Like, what is that about?
Yeah, so Scoochie is a local skateboard group. Shout out to Scoochie Skateboard, man. I be seeing them do their thing. I haven't had the chance to actually really connect with them and get out there in the field with them, right? But I've seen them at a lot of different events. And I remember the last event we connected at was at Royal Lane Studios, and we kind of chopped it up a little bit more. And man, shout out to them, bro. Bro just hit me and was like, I'm finna send you some merch. And I was like, shit, bet. And, you know, it's just shit, helping out other brands, you know what I'm saying? Bringing brand awareness, just rocking other people's gear. Shout out to my guy Curdy, because my guy Curdy, he be throwing me his gear too. Shout out to my guy Got Gas, who be hooking me up with gear too, man. So my biggest thing is, like, you know, I'm trying to build just trying to build a collective around myself as an artist, right? Like, so whenever I do shows or do performances or appearances or these different things, you know, I got these different brands to select from, and these different brands are people that I've already worked with, and I don't have to go outside and find all these different designer brands or whatnot. I can actually just work with the brands who already, you know, kind of go along with my brand. Like my guy Got Gas Lifestyle, shit, all my music is about smoking, right? So it's only right that I represent the Got Gas Lifestyle brand. You know what I'm saying? So, and then skateboarding, like I said, I grew up in that era where Wayne just kind of, you know, just kind of took that on in the rap world, and it still kind of stands to this day. So, you know, I'm rocking with the skateboard world too, you know.
Nah, for sure. I can get you on the 2K, but I can't get you out there on that board. I ain't gonna lie.
Man, I ain't on no skateboard either. But if we talking about games, you know what I'm saying? I'm kind of a gamer too, and if anybody watch games or anybody play games like that, Skate 3 was the best skate game ever. You know, and that's all I got to say about that. Other than SS Tricky, Skate 3 was like the best.
I thought Tony Hawk was the era one time.
I mean, right? Tony Hawk was one of the best skate games too. Okay. And I'm sorry that I said SS Tricky because that was like skiing and snowboarding. But as far as being able to do tricks, you know what I'm saying, and just that type of game, Skate 3 was the best game. But you got to play games to know
really
about Skate 3 though.
Well, nah, for sure, man. Any closing remarks for your fans, man, artists, just anything you want to platform on the Finesse Show today that you want the people to hear?
Man, first I want to say I appreciate you, brother. Definitely, you know what I'm saying, for having me on. Two, to my fans, man, I want to say I appreciate everybody out there who been rocking with me for this long, and we still rocking. We still gonna keep going because I feel like I ain't even, you know, it's still new. I feel like I'm still new to the world. Like people still haven't even discovered me for real yet. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's cool with me because I understand that I'm building these different pipelines and these different connections. And so, you know, and the crazy thing is every time people see me, they be like, every time somebody see me somewhere, they ask me, am I performing?
Well, shit, now when we see you, you're going to be like, that boy look like he know what he doing. You hear me?
Sometimes I don't show up to perform. Sometimes I'm just showing up just to show up, you know. But with that being said, though, like for my fans, though, when it comes to my music, I definitely owe y'all more than what I've been giving y'all, and I'm definitely gonna give it to y'all. And this just got to be a start over. We got to start from here, and we just got to go up. But we're gonna keep rocking. Make sure y'all follow me everywhere. Bama White Sauce. That's BAMAWHITE Sauce. And make sure you check out www.bamawhite.com for tours, merch, and other info. And Rapper League. Let's go.
And we out. Yeah, that shit was good, bro. You did your thing. That shit was tough.
Man, appreciate it.
This is the kind of content I like to shoot and put out.
I'd be nervous.